everybody. It's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. I am here to go over episodes 3 and 4 of Big Brother. I'm sorry that I'm late. A lot of you, if you don't know, I went to a concert last night. So I just watched the episodes today. So that's why the review is today. And I know another episode comes on tonight. So I will do a review tomorrow. We're going to get the Celebrity Big Brother thing going. I want to first say to everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching this on a rewatch or live, go ahead and like the video. And if you're new to Kiss My Cheeks TV, go ahead and hit subscribe. I am pushing for 1,000 subscribers. I would like to kind of get there before the summer hits, but whenever I get there, I know I'm going to get there. So no pressure, but no pressure. Okay. Big Brother. I'm really surprised with this season. Just the first few episodes, it's more entertaining than I thought it would be. And I might say something that's a little bit controversial. You all get in the comments and let me know if you feel the same. Maybe Big Brother should have more non-super fans play the game. Maybe have more people who have not watched play the game. And maybe it will be more entertaining because I feel like everything everybody is doing, like in my notes, everything is a question. Like, why are you saying this? Why are you doing that? Why can't you be quiet? Hush your mouth. Which alliance you want to be in? Pick a side. Like in my notes, it's all questions because I'm like, everyone is playing the game all wrong, but it's entertaining. It's entertaining. And I think for the longest time with regular Big Brother, we've been pushing more super fans who know how to play the game and know what to do, and then strategy. But maybe you just need people in there to just have fun, learn as they go, make the mistakes, really have a split house, really not watch the past 10 years of the bullshit of how the game has been going. And maybe it'll be more entertaining for us to watch at home. That's just my opinion. I know we hate to see the Instagram models and all that on the show, but these celebrities who know nothing about the game, they have me tickled. They really do. Inga, you said you're behind, but I'm still here. You don't care about the spoilers. I'm going to try not to spoil, but really, I don't know any spoilers. I knew the spoilers last week. Like, I knew who won the veto and who went home and all that before I watched the episode. I don't mind spoilers either. But I really don't know any spoilers outside of what happened last night. So I can't really spoil nobody. So that's probably a good thing. Let's get into the episode. So Mariah, it opens up, episode 3 opens up with Mariah on the box. She's crying. Carson is a pawn. He's doing his best acting 101, like he didn't know he was going to be a pawn. And we picking up, people consoling Mariah. I didn't think Mariah would be such a big crier, but nobody wants to go home. Now, the next thing I see in my notes is Todrick is having a conversation with Misha where he wants to change alliances. Like, he really wants to work with Misha and leave Formation. And I feel like, should Todrick stay with Formation or should he go over to the athletes? Oh, excuse me, I had a hiccup. I honestly feel like the best game is to play the middle. Like, Todrick does too much snitching. Like, Todrick is the one who's doing all the talking amongst both sides. Todrick needs to, he could have sat pretty with protection from Formation and the athletes, but he just really wants to work with Misha, which I feel like is a negative. I understand that Misha is this huge shield for him, but really all Misha is an athlete. Misha doesn't understand the game. Todrick is more of a threat because he understands the game. I feel like Todrick should have stayed over there with Formation, with Cynthia, who has no clue, and Cynthia vote however you want. He should have stayed over there with Shayna, but it seemed like Shayna was getting ready to two-time him anyway. And who else was in formation? I guess Teddy had to go home, but Mariah was still working with him too. So I feel like Todrick shouldn't have switched sides, but we shall see. Now, Davion, you said Todrick finna be in trouble. I promise you, all of these notes, and I probably ain't gonna read off all the notes because it ain't that much really to talk about. But in all of my notes, I'm asking like, when are these alliances and conversations gonna blow up in people's face? Now, like I said, I ain't watched the live feeds. Have people already been blown up? Has their games already been exposed? But I see so much two-way talking and people, I'm aligning over here, I'm aligning over there, I'm no longer a part of this, I'm no longer a part of that. I'm like, when we gonna catch some people up in some lies? Okay, I think you about to jump a little bit too far ahead, Dabu. Shayna telling Carson and Cynthia she voted for Teddy. What the fuck? Why is she exposing herself? I thought Shayna said she didn't vote for Teddy. Because that was one of the things, like I fast forward through a lot of this shit too, y'all. Sorry. I had already knew Teddy went home first before I watched the episode, and I thought they said the vote was 5-3. And I thought Shayna was the third vote. So now I'm like, well, who voted for Teddy if Shayna didn't? I don't know, but I really don't care that much. Teddy gone. That's what you said too, Zuda. You waiting for somebody to blow up Todrick's game. I agree. But let's get on through it. So I had asked myself in the notes, does Misha, this is at this part of the episode, does Misha know about formation? And she doesn't, because we saw in episode 4, one of the episodes, Shayna told her about formation later on down the show. Now, one thing I peeped up about Teddy, she having a conversation with Carson, and she wants to know who was snitching, because there's no way Misha should have all this information about formation and what's going on. And Teddy was like, I think it's Todrick. And I know Teddy went home. I really didn't know Teddy from the Beverly Hills Housewives. I don't watch Beverly Hills. I'm going to watch it this season, though, because it's some extra black women on there, so it might be a little bit good. But we'll get to Beverly Hills when it come on. But Teddy entertained me this season because Teddy is someone who I could tell didn't know the game, but she picked it up fast. She picked it up fast, and Teddy was peeping game. It was a good thing for Todrick they got Teddy out the house, because Teddy was peeping game, but I wanted Teddy to stay because I wanted her to keep peeping game and possibly exposing some people. But I thought that was a good pickup that Teddy picked up, that somebody in that group was snitching. And then Teddy told Carson that Mariah was the one that told about her being in trouble. So they probably picked it up real quick that Todrick is spilling tea. So another moment I fast forward is that Shayna wanted to have a Kardashian moment. Shayna had to tell, I forgot who she was telling. I think she was talking to Chris. I don't know who Shayna was talking to, but she had to tell everybody that she went off on the radio when somebody asked if she was going to Chloe and Lamar wedding, and she said, I thought they said, I don't give a damn. What, can we not talk about the Kardashians no more? Y'all had the first week 1 over. Lamar sent his little love cries out to Chloe. Shayna done mentioned how she affiliated with the Kardashians. Can we not talk about them no more? Because I'm like, all the drugs, and no shade, Lamar, you did do all the drugs. But all the drugs and alcohol and drinks that Lamar done put in his system, he ain't remember shit you said on the radio umpteen years ago when he was engaged to Chloe. So let that shit go. And I ain't going to be shady no more. Let's move on. So now they pick the veto players. Okay, they picked the veto players. I forgot who they were. I ain't take that good of a notes, but let's get to it. Why did Todrick throw Carson under the bus? Like, I thought they were like this. I could have swore they would have had a pregame alliance for both being judges on RuPaul's Drag Race and working so closely together on that show. It was amazing how fast Tadra was like, Carson, everybody like him, maybe he should go. And I'm like, damn, Carson, damn, Todrick, you want to throw all your allies away just to work with Misha? Misha is one person. Just because you like Misha the best doesn't mean you throw everybody else away. Because if Misha go home next week, who you going to have? Todrick ass might go home this week. I don't know, but he might. Let's move along. So the veto is some kind of bad assistant math word problem. And y'all know I'm the accountant. I love my numbers. But I'm looking at my TV like, excuse me, ma'am, I don't understand. I would have got 30 minutes like Lamar. I didn't understand that math word problem creation they had going on. That was a little bit hard, but Carson did it in 3 minutes, and I thought that was amazing. So Carson wins veto. Now we got to figure out who's coming down off the block. And, of course, Carson's coming off the block, but who's going back up? I don't feel like going through all these notes. Okay. That's when I wrote in my notes, when is somebody going to blow up Todrick? Because Todrick is doing too much. Misha wants to pull Mariah into the Athletes Alliance, which this is what makes the game fascinating with people who don't understand the game. Because I'm like, you just put this bitch on the block. She was your target, but now you want to be in an alliance with her. In normal Big Brother, people would be like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then the very next week, they're going to backstab your ass and put you on the block. But Mariah's like, yeah, girl, I'll work with you. And I'll be in an Athletes Alliance if you save me. But I'm like, how can you really save somebody that's on the block? It's up to the house to save you, Mariah, not Misha. Misha, once the veto nomination renom ceremony is over, Misha has no power. The only people you can make deals with are the people in the house. The game is fascinating. That's why my notes are so confusing, because I'm like, this is not how we play Big Brother, but it's entertaining. Let me get to some of these comments real quick, because I see y'all talking about Todrick. Todrick wants to win, and Carson, based on the social play and that so many people know Carson or knew Carson or just knew of Carson before the game, really helps him. Really helps him. He's probably, he is the most popular person in the house. But I still think, but you're right. This ain't a regular season of Big Brother. People ain't going to go back and vote off strategy. They going to vote off who they like. So, yeah, Carson has to go. Yeah, Todrick, he can't beat Carson in the final, but he can get rid of Carson later. You really want to get rid of Carson week 1? Like, he could have turned on Carson when it's 6-7 people left in the house. Misha is beatable. Better to go against her. True, but can he get there? I just feel like week 1, put it in the comments. Is week 1 too fast to be making final 2 moves? Like, I feel like week 1 should have been easy. Put Chris Kattan up there and let Mariah go home. Oh, but we ain't even got to the hat flip. Let's hurry up and get through these notes. So somewhere through the notes, Shayna is spilling formation to Misha, thinking she's going to work with Misha. I thought that was stupid, because I'm like, Shayna, Misha wasn't even thinking about you as a renom. You didn't have to go spill formation to her. Like, that was too much. She put Teddy up because Teddy is the closest to Carson. That's basic Big Brother strategy. Misha tells Teddy, this is more like stuff we don't see on regular Big Brother. Like, when the renom comes and you get ready to backdoor somebody, you don't tell them to their face. But that's what made it so interesting. Because she telling me, look, I'm about to backdoor you. I'm getting ready to break the deal. I'm getting ready to do everything we ain't supposed to do on regular, big brother. But girl, it's a line in the sand and you ain't on my side of the sand, so you got to go up. I was cracking up. That's the kind of hot shit talking I like to see on Big Brother. Like, girl, forget that deal. You ain't on my side of the sand, so you got to go up. Carson coming down, you go up. So that was simple, but you know, Teddy in tears and she's shocked, and I'm like, girl, move on. Let's move around. Because I'm like, people break deals on Big Brother every day. Now, Davion, you said it is too fast for week one. It's way too fast for week one. Like, you should have been put Teddy up. You shouldn't even have made a deal with Teddy. You should have been put her up, and we wouldn't even be going through all this drama. You just said a mouthful right there because I said this last week. Formation should only have been 4 people: Carson, Shayna, Cynthia, and Todrick. They did not ask Mariah nor Teddy to be in their alliance. Cynthia, big mouth, ruined the alliance. Talking about, yeah, me and Todrick already got some over here. And then Mariah says, well, I can just join y'all. You cannot invite yourself into an alliance. Now, in Big Brother fashion, you can't be like, nah, bitch, you can't be in my alliance, because now that's instant beef. But you could have let them be like, you 4 should have been formation. And then maybe you add the other 2 and they could be Lemonade or another Beyonce song, you know, and then that alliance isn't as tight as formation, but you'll rock with them as long as you can. Because what you end up doing is you put these 2 bitches in the alliance. You really didn't want to save them. And then you broke the whole alliance apart. Like, formation is now just Carson and Cynthia. And who is Cynthia? What is Cynthia going to do for you in this game? She ain't even putting on her makeup and cute outfits. And that's what she known for on Big Brother. She ain't even putting on her cute outfits. So let's move on. Uh-oh, my comments. Other than Celebrity Big Brother, I never watched it. What's the best season for me to check out in your opinion? Inga, in my opinion is not of the majority. I like old school Big Brother. I like when there were split houses, hot shit talking, cussing outs, 2 targets going on the block, not no pawn. I don't like neither one of y'all asses, so both of y'all asses going on the block, and if one of y'all come off, oh well. That's the kind of Big Brother I like. I believe they told me the last time the season with Libra, Rennie, Memphis, Keisha, all of them was season 10. That's my favorite season. Drama from beginning to end. I can go back and watch season 10 right now and still be highly entertained. Now, I don't remember the numbers of the seasons, but the seasons with like Rachel Riley, Evil Dick, Dan was on season 10. Yeah. I even like the season with the poker player girl. I don't forgot her name, but she played female poker. Some new school Big Brother I like, but old school Big Brother, go back to 10, maybe 6. Somebody says 6 through 16. Then the best seasons. Good old fashioned. No group mentality, no bullying, none of that. Old school Big Brother. Teddy was see, I fast forward when Teddy talked to Julie. Teddy talked to Julie about showing her kids integrity. This is a game. I agree. And who gives a... Try not to curse that much, Angie. Who cares what Teddy has to say to Julie Chen? You the first one sitting on the stage going home. You don't know nothing about what's going on with the game. And your kids just happy to see you back on TV since they can't see you on Beverly Hills no more. But let's move on. Y'all heard Cynthia. I'm speaking out of turn. I done left my notes. Cynthia's just here for the check. I done heard somewhere in the YouTube streets that Cynthia's husband already unhappy with her. Cynthia needs to get to LA and be with her man. You have plenty of time on our TV screen, Cynthia Bailey, you are boring. It's nothing wrong with being boring, but once you get close to the upper 50s and 60s, it's not that much exciting stuff in your life that we want to see. It's really not. Go to LA and make your man happy, girl. Forget us on TV. We done seen all we want to see of you. But quit being shady, Angie, and let's get back to the notes. Okay. Carson comes out in a glitter denim shirt, and I want the shirt. Mariah and Lamar have a talk about racism. I appreciated the moment. I appreciate hearing other cultures speak about how racism has affected them, because sometimes as an African American, I only really know about how racism affects me as an African American, but I know a lot of different races experience it as well. And I just appreciate the moment they had. They said something about a curse. Okay, the curse, Cynthia damn hat. I'm not gonna I didn't already got a tongue twisted the last time, but all they did is flip the words and it now says now nom. Big Brother and they tongue twisters. So now they have to do the hat pass around again. But now the last person with the hat is a nominee, and they get to decide one person that's on the block they want to be safe, and they'll take their place. Now that's some bullshit right there, ain't it? Not only do I gotta pick somebody who was getting ready to go home to be safe, but I now gotta pray and sit in their seat and not have a lick of time to even campaign, and I could be going home. That's a curse right there. But let's go through the order. Cynthia is safe. She passed to Shayna. I expected Cynthia to pass the hat to Shayna, but Shayna passed the hat to NSYNC. It wasn't until later that I understood why she passed the hat to Chris Kirkpatrick, because they got them a little final two going on. So then Chris passes the hat to Todrick, which, okay, they had a little alliance going on. But then Todrick passed the hat to Chris Kattan, which confused me, because I'm like, I thought you were in an athletes alliance with Lamar, and you can't wait to leave formation to go with the athletes. So why are you going to put Lamar out there? And so then, but Kattan saved Lamar, which makes sense. I thought Chris Kattan would be closer to Todd Bridges, because ain't neither one of them really got no strategy in the game. But, he said, I'm tired of Todd snoring at night, keeping me up. But guess what, Chris Kattan? We tired of your ass double dipping in the cake. Like, cut you a slice and then you can stick your fork in it and in your mouth as many times as you want to, but don't put the fork in your mouth and then stick it right back in the cake. Like they said, that's Chris's cake. We don't want none of them germs. Now, I know everybody in there been COVID tested and they probably all COVID secure in a Big Brother house, but still, we don't know what else is living up in the bacteria of your saliva. We don't want none of that cake. But moving on. So Todd is on the block. Mariah is safe. I like the twist. I thought that was a really good twist. It entertained me. Like I said, why we can't have this on regular Big Brother? These celebrities aren't even entertaining, and they entertaining me. Let's go back to the comments. Cynthia, you said Cynthia, Chris Kattan, and Todd Bridges. They ain't got no gameplay. At least Cynthia got a partner. At least she had a little alliance going in. But Cynthia can go home next week. Let's get all the boring people out. I feel like this is going to be a season where it's going to be interesting in the beginning. And the final five probably going to be Chris Kattan, Todd Bridges, Cynthia, and then two people who deserve to win. They gonna drag these boring people all the way to the end. I'm not sure what Lamar is doing. I guess he's laying low. Lamar doesn't understand the game. I don't understand what half of these people are doing. Long as he ain't talking about Chloe, I don't care. The twist was kind of unfair because the unlucky one could have been screwed. That's a part of the curse. It's very unfair, but it's better than Cynthia just picking somebody to go on the block. Ain't no telling who Cynthia would have picked. She probably would have picked her damn self. Who knows? Let me stop shading Cynthia. Um, Inga, at least Inga being shady with me. She said Chris looks sick. I think he just is older. I don't know. He seems weird. And I don't know Chris Kattan, so I don't know his backstory. But that whole dipping in the cake was nasty. He was eating that cake up. And it couldn't have been nothing but a little box cake. It wasn't all that deep. But let's get back to the game. Because this is where I fast forward. Because I already knew Teddy went home. So let's move on. Teddy gone. So we back to the new HOH. Formation. They done figured out formation is now Cynthia, Carson, and Shayna. But I'm like, is Shayna still a part of formation? I don't think Shayna cares anything about formation. Misha is now the target for formation. They all want Misha out. So Shayna, I don't know. The whole who voted for who, I don't care about. So now Shayna is talking to somebody, and now she threw Cynthia up underneath the bus, talking about Cynthia and them want to know who I voted for, and I figure I'm in trouble because Cynthia might put me up. And I'm like, why is she calling out Cynthia? Cynthia is the person that somebody, to me, now y'all put it in the comments. Y'all put it in the comments. To me, the only people in this house that probably really understand the ins and outs and how to play this game, Carson, Todrick, and NSYNC. Really NSYNC and Todrick. Because Carson, if he really knew how to play the game, he would know how to hold his alliance together and how to get them to speak and act accordingly. Cynthia, somebody needs to just grab hold of her and let her be a vote. But like y'all said, Cynthia is boring. I ain't mean to put the shady one up there. Cynthia is boring. I ain't gonna talk about white people aging badly, and I think it's the non-melanin, but just moisturize. Just moisturize. I don't know what's wrong with Chris. He could have a medical issue, and I don't want to come down too bad on him. So, I'm still writing my notes that I'm ready for somebody to be exposed because Shayna is now doing too much talking. I'm like, when's somebody gonna call her ass out? So Shayna and NSYNC are a final two. And I wrote in my notes again, the gameplay is messy and it's jumbled and people are switching sides left and right. This is only a 3-week game. And people done already switched alliances just off of one vote. Before one vote. I can't wait to see how this plays out. So HOH is pretty much skeet ball with a potato, and it's 3 different versions of skeet ball. And whoever get the highest score win. We ain't got to go through all that. NSYNC is now the HOH. And he wants Mariah out. The one thing I like about Chris Kirkpatrick better than everybody else when he told Misha, look, I know you think Carson is a threat, but he ain't a threat to me. He said Carson is about as much of a threat to me as you are a threat to me. So pipe down. Hot shit talking. See, Misha ain't realized she no longer HOH. And it don't matter who a threat to her and who she want out. You are no longer HOH, ma'am. So you need to just sit down and enjoy the ride on the sidelines. I enjoyed the hot shit talking. I don't understand why Carson is such a huge threat. Well, come on in here, Luke Angelo, if you're gonna make noise. I don't understand why Carson is a huge threat to Misha. Like, it seems like Carson is a threat to Todrick. And Misha is just gonna Todrick said so, so he got to go. Um, what I didn't understand is I thought Mariah was in an alliance with Chris, like the athletes alliance. I didn't know why he wanted Mariah out so bad. But I heard in the live feed streets he got a blind side in the works. But I don't know if it's gonna go down or not. So Shayna slid out of formation really quick. She said, I'm done with formation. And this is where Chris Kattan is double dipping in the cake, and that's disgusting. So he's having a conversation with Lamar. I'm talking about NSYNC. Conversation with Lamar and Todd Bridges. And he's like, oh, and they're like, we'll vote for whoever you want to vote for. And Todd had already said, Chris, that's my friend. We cool. He like, I didn't realize Lamar would work with me. And I'm like, damn, did they not all of the athletes come together and say they were in an alliance? Or did they just one by one, oh, you an athlete, we together, you an athlete, we... Like, I don't understand. I thought there was an athletes alliance. Misha, Todrick, Lamar, and Chris. That's what I'm telling you. It's good TV. It's good TV. Misha and NSYNC are having a conversation, and Misha is really pushing for Carson. And I'm just like, girl, why are you pushing? Why are you pushing? Like, you not HOH. He done already said who his target was. And that scene kind of annoyed me. She says Cynthia and Carson are the other side of the house. And I'm like, they're two people. Two people. It's really just Carson, because Cynthia ain't doing nothing but just there. She ain't about to win nothing. Cynthia is just there. So let me see. So the nominations end up being Chris Kattan and Mariah. I'm sure they're going to go in the room and cry about it. I'm happy we didn't get to see it last night. We probably got to look at it tonight. And NSYNC gives the reason that you two don't talk game to me, so y'all got to go on the block. Because I was wondering why he hated Mariah so much, but I guess they don't talk game. And I mean, is anybody in this house talking game? Y'all talking nonsense. All y'all doing is spilling all of the tea and with no strategy. It's like today, I think everybody likes Carson. He got to go. So when Carson leaves, I don't know. Let's go to the comments and see. Oh, wait, I skipped one. NSYNC is really playing. He almost put Todrick up. I think he can see that Todrick for NSYNC. That's Chris Kilpatrick. I'm just calling him NSYNC because I'm tired of having everybody have the same name. So NSYNC, for him to have a good chance at this game, he needs to get out Todrick. I feel like Todrick is the only other person who understands the game enough to come up with theories and strategies to rally people together. I don't think Carson can do that. Carson is just likable. And I think he knows a little bit of the game from Ross Matthews. But I think if NSYNC, Chris Kirkpatrick, can get Todrick out, I think it'll be a cakewalk to the end for him. A cakewalk. Misha got to calm her ass down, trying to, right. People are already intimidated by her. Every shot they showing, and she beating up a bag on the floor. And I'm like, damn, girl, I forgot. I watched somebody pre-cast interview, and she is training for a fight that's kind of close to when she gets out the Big Brother house. But I'm like, damn, girl. Like, ain't nobody fucking with Misha. NSYNC really warming up to me. I do like Chris. At least somebody got to know the game. It'll be a mess. Could you imagine a house where nobody has ever watched Big Brother before and we just threw them all in there and said go? So at least he's one person who understands. And I like him better than Todrick because I don't like how Todrick flipped on his alliance for Misha, just because, ooh, if you was a gay man, I might switch sides for you. Like, Todrick, please. Todrick, please. I don't understand why he flipped on his alliance like that, and that kind of pissed me off. Misha thinks she can run people after one win. She think HOH lasts the whole time. She didn't realize it's only this it. After this, you done. Angie, do you think you could do Big Brother? I think of all the competition shows, Big Brother would probably be the easiest for me because I ain't about to sleep outside and eat ants and rice and be hungry. But I don't think I can do 24 hours with those hundreds of cameras and microphones. Even though I don't think I say things that are outrageous, I don't intentionally have any malice or ill will towards anyone. But you all have heard of kitchen table talk, where it's certain things you just kind of say. Like, I don't even say everything I want to say on the YouTube. Kitchen table talk. I like to talk. I am a talker. I like to talk about all kind of events. I don't think I'm the type of person who can control my PC button for all of the cameras and microphones. I feel like I would say something that might offend someone and I wouldn't intentionally mean to, but I ain't got time to be losing my job and going on apology tour. So that's why you keep certain topics of conversation at the kitchen table. And I don't like to share my bathroom. And I feel like I'm too old for the camp sleeping all in the room stuff. I ain't got time. I can't be having somebody snoring over there, somebody shitting in the shower over there. I'll be ready to go home. And not that I think I would say something unpolitically correct. I would go angry black woman. I am 40. Well, I'm 43. So I am in my 40s. I do know how to control my temper, but I think somebody in that house would test me, and I don't know how to be like Davon. I can't say what I want to say because I don't want to be. I'm gonna be the angry black bitch on TV because I'm cussing your ass out. So that's why I can't do Big Brother. But let's move on. NSYNC ain't that smart. His decision goes against, right. It goes against the Athletes Alliance. I don't feel like they solidified that. I think Misha just kind of went around to the athletes and said she wanted to be in the Athletes Alliance, but they could not have all come together and said we are the Athletes Alliance because they throwing themselves up on the block. It doesn't make sense. I would love to see you on Big Brother. I think you would play an amazing game. I think I would play a good game too. I just don't think I could be. To play Big Brother, you have to be fake. You cannot be your true self 24/7 for them 3-4 months you in that house. You can't do it. You have to be fake. You have to be nice. I'm not that nice. I don't do fake shit. And I ain't that corny. Like, I ain't gonna put on the costumes and come up with cute one-liners. Like, I'm gonna be pissed if I have to put on a costume. I'm gonna be pissed if every time they ring a doorbell, I gotta make everybody a sandwich and sing a song. I was telling Charles, I said I probably would be best on the circle. I probably would be best on the circle because at least I'm in a room by myself and I can say whatever fake shit I want to say in the chat and then talk my real shit to the cameras outside of the chat. I think I'd do best on that show. Big Brother, I think, would get me in trouble. I'm a cussing person too, so I agree with you. Yeah, I'm gonna cuss somebody out, and I wouldn't be for that bullying shit. I wouldn't be for that. I would probably go home first because I don't play. I wouldn't play new school Big Brother well. I would want to play old school Big Brother. I'm not feeling Cynthia. She annoyed me so much the first. Cynthia almost not even on the show no more. If she didn't have to walk around that ugly ass hat on her head, we wouldn't even know she was there. So, NSYNC has a plan at least, and we shall see if his HOH goes well. We shall see. Like I said, based on the live feeds rumors that I've seen on Twitter, I feel like Mariah really isn't his plan. He has a backdoor plan in the works. So at least that would be interesting. I don't know. Oh Lord, more shade. I feel like Todd Bridges is super dirty and gross. He needs to leave the house. Lamar is very entertaining, though. I feel like he's playing dumb. He needs to stop simping over right over nasty ass, dumb ass. I love my cheating ass man, Khloe Kardashian. Let her stay with that man and let him have 50 11 babies on her. We don't care nothing about Khloe. He probably this gonna be real shady, and then I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go, and I ain't gonna say nothing else shady. But y'all heard that song. Somebody, was it Nikki, who was like, he in love with my body, but he ain't had this new body. So it's like Nikki got a verse where she says something about her new body. That's what makes me think of Lamar and Khloe. Like, um, he was in love with that Khloe. He want to get some of the new body. He ain't got to test out the new body yet, and that's probably what he want to do, test out the new body. But let's move on from Khloe Kardashian. I ain't gonna shade nobody else. I love Mariah. She literally my favorite player so far, even though she messed up by telling Misha secrets to Teddy. She's still super sweet, and I feel like she's a great competitor. I like Mariah too. I ain't gonna say love, that's a strong word. But I like Mariah too. I think she's a great competitor. Another person who doesn't understand the game, so her mouth is getting her in trouble. But I think she can pick it up fast. I would like to see Mariah stay. I would. I don't know who she's gonna work with outside of Chris Kattan, but we should see. They change alliances every other day over here. Todrick is lame. He keeps obsessing over these white people. You said a word. Like, why didn't Todrick give one of the two black men the hat, but he gave that weird man the hat? That was odd to me. That was very odd to me. It ain't even black or white. Lamar, you literally know you're in an alliance with Lamar. Like, it was Misha, Todrick, and Lamar, who I know for sure know they're in the Athletes Alliance. So I didn't understand that either, but you said a word right there. I'm gonna let that one go for now. If I see something else, we'll pick that back up and address it. But I'm gonna let Lamar have that one for now. They need Nene or someone to give good TV. I think Nene in New York on a season of Celebrity Big Brother would be super entertaining. Super duper entertaining. If they would have at least had Nene or New York in that Cynthia role, that would be a more powerful role this season, because you would at least see Nene or New York would have called that shit out about they would have called Todrick ass out about flipping alliances. They would be calling a lot of this shit out, and they probably would be a target, but at least they would be giving us something. Like I said, Cynthia ain't even doing her hair or makeup. She ain't even giving us good face. But let's move on. Todrick is just being so messy. Also, it's funny that the blonde girl is so obsessed with the Kardashian clan. Right, Shayna. Like, you hate Kim, but you talking about her ass on the TV. We wouldn't even remember, like, how long ago did Khloe and Lamar get married? I can't even remember. Khloe done had a whole bunch of different athletes since she married to Lamar. Shayna, ain't nobody remembered that you don't like Kim. They probably don't even remember you. She probably really mad that her ex-husband is getting ready to be in the clan. That's what she really mad about. Like, I'm tired. I don't want to hear nobody else mention these Kardashians. She really thinks Lamar, right? She really thinks she remember Lamar calling Khloe a donkey on TV. Angie, don't say that. Don't say that. Let's move on. Let's move on. I was getting ready to say something really shady about Khloe, but I said I won't say shit else about her. Okay, let's move on. I found out that Tiffany was supposed to be on Big Brother. CBS wanted Tiff, but Allison Garner didn't know who that was. She saw one episode of Tiffany. Oh, you talking about New York. I had to remember her real name because I'm thinking of the cookout. I'm like, damn, she was just in the cookout. She ain't no celebrity. Okay. New York. Allison saw one episode of Tiffany from Favor of Love and said she was a big no. That's the main person they need to fire is that Allison Gardner. She don't know how to cast a paper bag. Allison, right. If you thought Cynthia Bailey would be more entertaining than New York, the woman who just got fired from the top rated Housewives franchise on Bravo for being boring. You thought Cynthia was going to do something for the show? When they going to fire her ass? Allison. Oh, you said they wanted a more... Oh, Cynthia was more family friendly. Angie, shut up. I want to say something so shady, but I'm going to let it go. Right. Who cares about the Kardashians? I want to say something so bad. I ain't going to say it. I am not going to say it. That's it, you all. I got another live. Y'all see, I'm praying not to say it because I try not to be shady. I try not to say mean things. I just like to have a little bit of shade for fun. But I have another live, a panel for RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm going to be over on Charles Warren Online. You all know my good friend Charles. Y'all know Charles from the trio. We're reviewing Drag Race on his channel this season, and it starts in about 8 minutes. And since it's not my channel, I have to be on time. But I do want to be on time because that's a pet peeve of mine when I watch other people's lives, for me to just be sitting there like, okay, when we going to start? So I do try to be on time, and I promise I'm going to work on that. I'm usually only a few minutes late, but I'm going to try to be on time. So I am going to be on time for Charles's live. I'm about to go get my good old Stella Rose, and we're going to talk about Drag Race over there. But I'll be back tomorrow night, the same time, 6 Central. I might end up pushing these lives back. Do you all mind if I push them back to like 7:30 some nights? Because I really am trying to get back in the gym. I really am. And 6 o'clock is my normal gym time with my trainer. And I got to do what's right. I'm going on a cruise and I'm going to Vegas. So I got to get snatched. Now, I ain't going to lose that much weight in a couple of months, but I could lose something. I could lose a little something, a little something. Family friendly equals boring. I guess they think Todrick and Carson was enough. They aren't anything. I think Todrick kind of like, I don't want to say paid his way, but we all know all of the cookout and the people who made it to jury and stuff from Big Brother, whatever number just went off. I done forgot the number. Is it 23? All the cookout people were just at his house. So I don't want to say he paid his way, but it's very clear that Todrick is a huge super fan. So I think that's why Todrick made it. But I think Todrick wants to be the only gay in the house. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate because you rarely get two gay, or even if you get two LGBT people, it's usually one gay, one lesbian, or maybe one lesbian and one bisexual. You never have two gay men on the show. And it's unfortunate when you just only want to be the only one. Why? So you could be the first and only one to go home. Let me move on. Flavor of Love was like 13 years ago. Who gives a fuck? Right. We're going to judge somebody off of what they did 13 years ago on TV. That was a ratchet show. And New York has already did Big Brother. And some of her best memes come from when she did Big Brother UK. I could look at TikTok now and see people reenacting New York doing them memes on TikTok. Ain't that the season where she was like, I hate that the woman's name was Angie, because that's my name. But they be like, New York, won't you apologize to Angie? She's like, I ain't apologizing to that old bitch. That's some of the best TikToks and memes. Allison don't never get it right. So we ain't worried about Allison. Throw the shade, Andy. See, I done forgot. I done got to talking too much and I forgot the shady thing I was going to say, which is good. Because I don't want to be too mean. You got to catch it, just roll off the tongue if I'm be shady. If I catch myself, that means it was too shady. And be quiet. Zip. Y'all know I still have a job. YouTube, like I ain't got that push to 1,000 yet. YouTube ain't paying me, so I gotta still work. So it's certain stuff I gotta catch myself and be like, don't say that. Don't say it. Okay. I'm on the East Coast, so it doesn't matter to me. Inga, I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, you talking about the time. Okay, cool. I know where you are, Inga. You my DMV girl. I know exactly your time zone. I was gonna say something shady about the Kardashians, and I really forgot what I was gonna say. Let me try to remember. Shit, I don't forget. I forgot. But trust me, I'm sure they're gonna be talking about them damn Kardashians tonight or another night this week, and it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back because it's gonna aggravate me. It's gonna aggravate me. And I shaded Chloe enough. I shaded Chloe enough tonight. But I do have to go, you all. It's 6:56. I gotta go grab my Stella Rose, my earbuds, and go set up for the new live. And so I hope you all watch. If you all like RuPaul's Drag Race, come catch me. Charles, his mother, is supposed to be another special guest. I can't wait to see who that is. We're gonna go over the latest episode of Drag Race in about a few minutes. And so I'll see you all over there. Again, like the video. If you haven't subscribed to Kiss My Cheeks TV, go ahead and do it. I'm pushing to 1,000. So that's it. Off topic. Oh, I can't say your name. I apologize and I don't want to screw it up. But the concert was off the chain. It was really good. If you go back on my YouTube channel, just before I did this live, I did a live talking about all the drama that went down at the concert. But the quick 30-second version, I got my life. It was a lot of fun. They smoked out the FedEx Forum. Y'all know that's the big arena down here where the Memphis Grizzlies play and all of that. I ain't never seen people smoke so much weed in my life at a professional arena like this. But they had that FedEx Forum smoked out. I can't even over exaggerate enough to get to the point of how much smoke was in that arena. But 2 Chainz did the best. Rick Ross set got cut short after he did about 3 or 4 songs. They clicked on all the lights and said there was an emergency in the arena. So I'm highly pissed I didn't get to see all of Rick Ross. But I honestly feel like it was so much smoke. I am not over exaggerating, you all. It was so much smoke in the arena, I think it set off a fire alarm. And that's how the concert ended. At least Rick Ross went last. So we got to see 95% of the show. But that was on the glitch. But for real, y'all, I got to go. I'll see you all tomorrow night because the episode come on again tonight. And we're going to talk about it tomorrow. We're going to have a good time with this season. As long as they're entertaining me, I'm going to try to entertain you all. So, see you later. Bye.